Coming up next on the Weekly Pulse, we'll take you to one of Cleveland's most exciting new food venues. It's an Italian treat.
And we're going to tell you the story behind a new cleaning company and how it benefits Northeast Ohio.
And the fine print. We've all seen it before. Our lovable lawyer will tell us why we really need to read it.
And our weekly dose of Doceri talks about when it's time to have surgery.
It's all coming up next. Stay with us. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Weekly Pulse, Northeast Ohio's first television show dedicated to health and wellness with a focus on women. I'm Amy Costelli.
And I'm Eileen McShay, and we have lots to get to tonight, but we're going to start with summer eating and going to Earth Fare, where Lori's going to show us the difference between good and bad fat.
As part of Earth Fare's food philosophy, we have completely eliminated and banned artificial fats and trans fats. Now, the problem with artificial fats and trans fats, they contain no nutritional value whatsoever. In fact, they can actually prevent nutrient absorption. Now, we have to remember there's really no such thing as a fat-free diet. Our bodies need healthy fats, but in moderation, in order to sustain our energy levels. Now, here at Earth Fare, we have some phenomenal all-natural and organic options filled with healthy fats. So a great way to incorporate healthy fats into the diet would be salmon. This is our Scottish salmon that we have. And not only is it packed with omega-3s that will help with our cognitive function, learning, even our happiness, we know that our seafood is sustainably sourced so we can truly feel good about what we're consuming. Some great examples of healthy fats can be avocado oil, coconut oil, as well as olive oil. Now, all of these oils can be easily incorporated into the diet, such as homemade salad dressings, and they contain healthy omega-3 fatty acids and monounsaturated fats that are great for our heart and our brain health. Let's go ahead and talk about avocado oil for just a moment. Now, the benefits of avocado are numerous. Avocados are packed with beneficial vitamin E, which help prevent free radical damage. It can help boost immunity and acts as an anti-aging nutrient for your skin. Plus, it's chock full of healthy protein. Now, ghee is basically clarified butter. If you've never cooked with ghee before, it has a very high smoke point, so it's great for sauteing. And it's packed with omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acids. It also has beneficial selenium, which is a very powerful antioxidant. Next, we have our Earth Fare coconut oil. It's rich in medium-chain fatty acids, which is very easy for the body to digest. It also contains anti-inflammatory properties, and it's easy to cook with and bake with, so you can definitely incorporate that into the diet. Last but not least, our extra virgin olive oil. It's great for heart health, and it helps protect our cells from damage. It also helps improve memory function and cognitive function, very similar to the coconut oil, and works as an anti-inflammatory. So all of these oils, again, are very easy to incorporate into the diet. And if you're on the go, nuts and seeds, such as pumpkin seeds and walnuts, those are great to throw into a bag and make a trail mix. You're going to get plenty of nutrients and healthy omega-3 fatty acids. Just remember, not all fats are bad. We need fats in our diet in order to sustain our energy levels. Just make sure they're the right kinds of fats. And again, at Earth Fare, you will never have artificial fats or trans fats in the products you purchase here.
Thank you, Lori. Some great advice, especially as we get these summer picnics rolling.
That's right.
And it's time now for our lovable lawyer.
And today he's talking about that fine print that we see on all of the documents and why we need to pay attention to it.
We all have cell phones, cable TV, credit cards, and what comes along with these services are long, dense contracts that have, hidden at the end of them, arbitration clauses. An arbitration clause says if the company cheats you, you can't sue. Instead, you've got to go to private arbitration, which is a process where the company hires somebody to decide your fate and pays the company, which means often you're going to lose. So you might think, well, if it's a small value claim, maybe I'll bind some together and make it into a class action. Well, baked into these arbitration clauses are class action bans. You can't do that either. So what's someone to do? What I tell folks who call me is simply go to small claims court. You might say, hey, wait a minute, I thought you couldn't go to court. Well, it becomes the company's job to kick you out, and often it's more feasible, it's less expensive for the company to settle your claim than to try to get you dismissed. That's your remedy, that's your claim, that's the best thing you can do because your rights matter and justice matters. And that's today's Legal Minute. I'm Dan Karen, your lovable lawyer.
Always good advice from our lovable lawyer.
Yeah, and that fine print can be really intimidating sometimes. So there are options, but read that fine print, get a second opinion. Coming up next on the Weekly Pulse, your weekly dose of Doceri. We'll look at options when it comes to beauty and surgery.
And we're going to talk to the people at Kaplan's Furniture and learn the truth or trend in decorating.
Stay with us.
Kick off the summer at Carpet Country Flooring and Design Center. Whatever your budget, Shaw Floors will fit your style. Carpet, hardwood, vinyl, and more. And up to 12 months free financing. The savings are huge and it's going on now at Carpet Country Flooring and Design Center.
At Earth Fare, we don't carry any food that's bad for you. So you could shop here blindfolded, knowing that everything is 100% clean and good for you. In fact, we carefully select everything in the store as if your life depends on it. Because it does. Live longer with Earth Fare.
Does your life seem to revolve around everyone else? Visit Doceri Spa and Laser Center and do something for you. Doceri is the premier destination for non-surgical services, anti-aging skin treatments, body transformations, and outpatient procedures. Our staff of physicians, nurses, technicians, and estheticians work to meet your every need. Call today for a complimentary assessment. We will help you with your personalized plan for beauty, health, and body transformations. It's all about you at Doceri Spa and Laser Center.
Peace of mind is the greatest gift that can be given during one of life's most challenging times.
It comes as a choice you are entitled to make, about how and where your loved ones get the care they need and deserve.
A choice that gives you the freedom and power to make decisions that will enrich the lives of those closest to you.
Choose Holy Family Hospice, where peace of mind comes with so much more.
Call to start the conversation today.
Dreaming of new flooring? Shaw Floors will make it happen. With huge savings and 12 months free financing on carpet, hardwood, vinyl, and more. Make your dreams come alive. It's the summer kickoff sale here at Carpet Country Flooring and Design Center.
Welcome back to the Weekly Pulse. I'm Amy Costelli with Eileen McShay. Plastic surgery has become less taboo and people are approaching it differently, but they do need an honest opinion from a board-certified plastic surgeon.
And that's exactly what you're going to find in our weekly dose of Doceri.
Usually when the patients come in, my first question is, what seems to be bothering you? Because I think the patient should dictate what kind of surgical procedure that they're looking for, and then it's up to me to see whether they're candidates. And I can guide them along the way because we do everything from eyes to faces and things like that, ears, and we do breast surgery, body contouring as well. So we do all of that, and if the patient has a certain area that they want to improve, we can guide them along the way and we can see what we can do for them.
Who would be a good candidate for surgery?
A good candidate for surgery is somebody usually who's done the research. You know, by the time they've come to your office, they've already looked it up. They know kind of like the risks and benefits of the procedure, the potential complications, and they know that, you know, they have a certain endpoint, and whether it's achievable or not is somebody who's a good candidate, somebody who says, well, you know, I'd like to improve this, and it's something that's attainable or reachable with a surgical procedure. They're good candidates. The happiest patients are usually breast reduction patients because they have symptoms. They're having severe pain, severe neck pain, back pain, shoulder pain, grooving, rashes under the breasts are very common. So when you can relieve that, they're happy. They don't really care about the scars that you're putting on the breast. The mastopexy patients are also very happy because they just don't like the shape of the breasts, and they would like them to be like they were when they're in their 20s and 30s or before pregnancy and before breastfeeding. And the breast enlargement patients are also some of our very happiest patients because they have breasts that are basically not proportional to their body, and they're just happy to be able to wear clothing and fit better in clothing. And so really the breast patients are the happiest patients in my office. At any age, from 20s, 30s, 70s, 80s, you don't have to do surgery. Surgery isn't the last resort. It's just a tool in our armamentarium that we can offer patients. And I'm the surgical arm of this building, which is the Doceri Medical Center and Laser Center. And we offer surgery for the patients that are good candidates for it. But if they don't want surgery, they can still do other things that are non-invasive here at the spa. They can do laser treatments for their face for fine lines and wrinkles, and for dyschromia, which is pigmentary changes usually from sun damage. They can do Ultherapy, which is an ultrasound energy producing treatment which causes scarification underneath the skin, and collagen formation, which helps tighten the skin and decreases fine lines and wrinkles. But those non-surgical procedures are also in our armamentarium of things that we can do, but it will not basically outdo what a surgical procedure can do.
The bottom line is do your research and find a board-certified plastic surgeon. And moving on, we're having a lot of company these days, and we're cleaning our homes, and we found a local company who makes amazing cleaning products.
They're B&B Cleaners, and they've gone international, but some of the proceeds stay right here in Northeast Ohio.
My background is in chemistry. My family has a company that manufactures car wash chemicals for the car wash industry. So my husband's background, his family was always in the flooring business, and they've always dealt with granite and marble and different types of surfaces. And being that we have both marble and granite in our kitchen, my husband said, "You're a chemist, can you make a product that we can use safely on both types of granite and marble?" Being that marble is actually a soft, porous stone, there's a lot of cleaners that you can't use on those surfaces because they etch the surface. So it was kind of made for our own personal use, and then just from using it in our home, we've had friends ask, "What are you using? It smells great, your countertops look great." So we thought it would be great to start a company that gave back to the community and also provided a safe, environmentally friendly alternative to household cleaning. We have a great friend of ours who suffers from migraines, and there's a lot of cleaning products that trigger migraines for him. And he has told us that since he started using our products, he hasn't had any of those types of issues. So that's a really great outcome for this product line for us. So our products are surface specific, so we wanted to make the names represent what the product does. So our steel product is a oil-free stainless steel cleaner. The stone products are for hard surfaces such as marble, granite. You could even use it on porcelain tile or even slate. And then View is our lavender scented glass cleaner. So many glass cleaners have a ammonia or a vinegary smell to them. We wanted to have something a little bit different, so we use essential lavender oil in the fragrance of our product. And then our stone product has a sweet mint and a Meyer lemon scent, depending on what you prefer. Our only product that is not scented is the steel product. Our company was named after our boys, Briscoe, who's down here, and Balthazar, who we call Czar. And part of the reason that we wanted to name the company after the boys was also because part of the proceeds from our profits go to local animal charities. So we thought the best would be to name them after our sweet boys.
It's a company after my heart.
Briscoe was actually adopted from Paws and Prayers, which is a local animal charity, which we've decided to team up with. Not all puppies are as fortunate as our two sweet boys, so we want to help whenever we can to help make the lives of other pets closer to what these two have. Currently, our product is available through our own website, and it's bnbcleaners.com. So if you log on to bnbcleaners.com to purchase the product, and if you use the promo code WeeklyPulse, you will get a 15% plus discount plus free shipping for any orders based off of our show and the promotion that we're doing here.
Those are great products and they smell so good, but I have to say my favorite thing was those two dogs.
They're so sweet.
Very cute.
Coming up next on the Weekly Pulse, we'll take you to Il Venetian at Key Tower. Time to get hungry. Stay with us.
Welcome to Kaplan's Furniture, where we're redefining your furniture shopping experience. Hi, I'm Susan, and I'm so excited to tell you about all the changes we've made. We now have everyday lower pricing. We have a new design staff that can help bring your decorating dreams to reality. We've brought in higher quality brands like Smith Brothers, Lancer, and White Dove, and we proudly back everything we sell. I'm sure you'll love the experience, and we look forward to meeting you. Kaplan's Furniture Redefined.
Home means different things to different people, but no matter what it means to you, it'll always be the most important place in the world. Now you can handle everything life can dish out. Choose the products designed to bring out its very best, while still caring for your home, your family, and your world. Different surfaces have different needs. Keep your glass sparkling clean, your granite looking like new, and your stainless steel spotless. B&B's True View, Daily Stone, and Pure Steel keep your home looking and smelling fresh.
The Rock Pile is your one-stop shop for all your landscaping needs. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, we offer the highest quality of mulch, topsoil, gravel, and stone. Our full-service garden center offers the highest quality of trees, shrubs, perennials, annuals, and more. Browse our store and see the incredible selection of pottery, home and yard accents, and decorative furniture. And don't forget that we are the bird feeding headquarters for all your feeding needs. So stop in and spend some time with us. The Rock Pile, Nagel Road in Avon.
Welcome back to the Weekly Pulse. I'm Eileen McShay with Amy Costelli, and the food scene in Cleveland just keeps getting better.
You're not kidding. And tonight we take you to Il Venetian at Key Tower. It's brand new and it's extraordinary Italian modern cuisine.
Il Venetian is a collaboration between myself and Venetian-born chef Alberto Leandre. Alberto and I have been working together for 6 or 7 years now. He is one of the best chefs I've ever worked with. He was born in Venice, so what we do at Il Venetian is a complete reflection on his cuisine and his childhood home. Alberto is a true professional. He loves food, he loves what he does, he has passion. We sit down and I'm surprised every single time I sit down to have a meal here how great it is and how much thought he put into the dish and his technique and craftsmanship. He's like no other. And to me, authentic Italian cuisine from visiting Italy is food that's made with love and care like they do in Italy. It's not necessarily about particular flavors because as you travel around Italy, there's different ingredients and different cooking methods. The common thread is the person in the kitchen, the person preparing your meal really cares. He is or she is purchasing the best product that they can find or that they can source. Typically it's very locally grown, and then they're treating that with much care and love to create the dish. We worked with a local interior design firm to create the interior of Il Venetian, and we also worked with an interior designer from Venice. So the sculpture and some of the glass work and all the chandeliers and a lot of inspiration and artwork came directly from Venice. I love everything on the menu. Alberto and I talk about that all the time. If we didn't love it, we would have taken it off the menu. So literally I come in every day and I try something different every day, and every day I say, oh, that's my favorite, I want to have that tomorrow. And oftentimes I'll order something in a row because I love it and it's my favorite, and then I move on. So until I rotate through the menu. So everything is great.
Yeah, I come from Venice, Italy. Grew up in Venice. Moved back here in the States in 1995, New York. And 6 years ago I decided to move up to Cleveland. I insisted for the freshest ingredient. For example, my freezer is completely empty because thanks to Frank and Melissa, they gave me the opportunity to buy the freshest ingredient. For example, fresh cheese is coming all directly from Italy. Some seafood like a sea bream dive in the menu is fly directly from Europe. And octopus, another example, and try to help the local fresh produce, vegetable, fruit, and also all the ingredients that come from my gelato, they come directly from Italy. All those nice fruit, and they come directly from over there. All the product I'm using for the gelato every single day. I really love like everything, but if I gotta be picky, there's a couple of dishes I really love. Is blueberry risotto. made with blueberry and a reduction and a sauce made of the red cow Parmigiano. It's another specialty cheese that not everybody uses. Also, the tiramisu is pretty much invented in Venice, and I try to reinvent the tiramisu, make it a little bit different. Instead of same tiramisu, I like to make it with a gelato, and you want to see it later anyway. The gelato with a kind of sauce when you break the top, so the also coffee sauce come out. Here at Venetia we have a lot of handmade pasta. This is one specialty pasta stuff is agnolotti, that's the shape. Then stuffed with veal, and the sauce is made out of the Sicilian pistachio and topped with the Sapore del Piave cheese, imported directly from Italy. It's a cannaroli rice with blueberry puree, topped with red cow Parmigiano cream and caramelized walnut. CAB filet mignon, roasted fingerling potato topped with fontina cheese, fresh broccolini, and red wine truffle sauce.
We want people to come in and just have a lovely time, have a great dinner, and enjoy your family, your friends, your night out, your romantic date. Love the food, love the service, love the room, and come back and see us again.
I hope when people come here to eat, they really see the passion that we put into every single dish. And I hope that when they live really, really happy. That's my goal about this restaurant in El Venetia.
He is one talented chef, and these are from the makers of the Marble Room. So
Wow.
take it from me, everything on the menu at El Venetian is outrageously good.
And everything you see is beautiful. And if you're looking for beauty in your home, it's time for our Kaplan's Furniture Redefined Truth or Trend.
Accessorizing is such a personal thing. I think it's all about you. I think that the things that you put into your home should be a mix of new and old and memories and things you find along the way. I think adding to your upholstery is a wonderful thing. I believe in mixing textures and dimensions and feels and softness and textures and things that make you feel good. I know that along the way in our home, I don't really have a right or a wrong, do I, Steve?
You don't. And Susan has a lot of confidence when she does her decorating, and she's able to bend the rules, and somehow, I don't always follow it, but somehow she makes it work. Unfortunately, years ago, there was a different way of doing things, and that is you bought everything off the same page of the catalog, and if you had an oak kitchen, you bought an oak kitchen table. You didn't talk about blending different things. And some people are still back in the old school way where they have matchy-matchy. Some people have a lot of confidence and they do things Susan's way. A lot of people want to know, how do you split the difference? How can I make it more interesting than lots of solid without having to go completely by feel? And one way that you can get that done is to follow a fairly simple rule. If you think of upholstery, fabric is coming in one of three categories, and those are solid, as in the body fabric on the sofa, where there's almost no pattern to speak of, geometric, which means a pattern like this where the repeat is very obvious, and abstract, which is a pattern like this where the repeat is hard to see unless you're looking for it. It's very difficult to put two of the same category together. Flowers tend to fight with your flowers. Stripes tend to fight with your stripes. But if you use the same color family and use one of each, solid, abstract, geometric, they tend to go together without fighting. It tends to make the room a little bit more interesting than having solid upon solid upon solid, and it isn't going quite as far as going completely by feel, where you're never really sure when did you cross the line and you started to make any mistakes.
But you know, Steve, what we always say at the end of the day, it's their home and they should be inspired by it.
I agree with that completely. Tip of the week. One of the common questions we're getting these days is how to accessorize a wall behind a sofa. People have their own ideas as far as what kind of theme they want for their wall accessories. They're just not quite sure how to arrange them. One of the simplest ways to do a wall is to have a single piece of artwork that's above the sofa and that is about 3/4 of the length of the sofa itself. It should make sense that you don't want a piece that's too small and you don't want a piece that's too big. A single piece by itself gets the job done. If you have multiple pieces that you want to arrange above the sofa, one very simple way to do that is to have one single piece that is the dominant piece, and then you can flank that to the left and the right with smaller pieces. Or if you prefer, you can have one dominant piece that's off to one side and then have several other pieces next to that that carry about the same visual weight when they're put together. The more challenging situation is if you have one of the newer home constructions. It's got a 2-story great room and you've got this 15-foot or 18-foot tall ceiling and you want to accessorize that wall. It might be tempting to think, well, if I've got 15 feet to work with, I need a 15-foot tall piece of art that goes above the sofa. I think it should make sense if you imagine that's probably not the way to do it. A better way to do that, though, is to divide the room from top to bottom by using a piece of trim. And that could be a board that might be 6 inches tall that you go horizontally and paint white. And now you've got an upper area and a lower area. And you can accessorize those two spaces independently of each other, following the same rules. Use about 3/4 of the space that you have for the sofa from left to right, do that below the trim, and do the same thing again directly above that, using the same 3/4 of the length of the sofa. And visually, that will be a very, very easy rule to follow.
Well, thank you, Steve. He always has some great tips for us.
Yeah, we've had such a fun show, and we really thank the viewers for sending in great ideas to us, and keep them coming on social media. We love them, and you'll see them on a future show.
Yeah, so we love to hear what you have to say, and thank you so much for joining us on the Weekly Pulse.
Your inspiration for the week.
These two clowns.
Topics on today's show, and we thank everybody for reaching out to us and giving us great ideas for future shows. That's where you jump in.
I forgot what we were doing.
Oh, we're just wrapping up the show and say, yeah.
Squirrel.